Hello, hello, hello. Let me check on my multiple platforms. Today I'm streaming on into 3 platforms and just have to make sure that it's working. So I'm on my profile. Everyone who is on my personal profile, hello and welcome to this live event, No Branding, No Brand. Then everyone in the group also welcome. Pretty happy that you're here. Please let me know in the comments because I'm streaming with StreamYard, and probably you have to give StreamYard permission to use your name. Otherwise, all I see is Facebook user. But you can also just let me know your name if you want to interact with me. Then I'm checking my YouTube channel. It's out there, and I'm absolutely really proud of it that I finally took action, because it was a dream I had for a long time, and I finally took action to to open my YouTube channel. So everyone who is curious, first videos are uploaded, and I'm pretty excited to share with you. Okay, so I would say let's start. Everything is working. And I hope so. I stick to StreamYard, just hoping that I see all your comments. Comments are coming in. Okay. Otherwise, you just give me a bit time after the live event, and I come back, and of course I will answer all your comments. Okay, so let me know if everything is working. Then we start. Today it's all about no branding, no brand. And I really mean that. I mean, we talk a lot about being a brand and what it means, especially being a personal brand. But I'm telling you, if you don't have the package, if you don't have the frame for it, it's really hard to attract the right people. That's what it is. I know that a lot of people are just focusing on their messaging. They're focusing on their offer. They're focusing to set up the business. And yes, you need it all, but it's kind of a puzzle. You cannot leave out a single piece. Otherwise, you never have the whole picture. And being a brand is not just going out and offer something. It's really building something. It's building a world. It's building a something people can go to. It's building a stage. You have your own show here. Online business is a visual business, and people see you. And therefore, the branding part is, I would say, one of the most important parts. Why? Not because I can help you and that's what I'm doing. And of course, I take myself so serious. No, it's not about that. But the thing is, we all want to be seen without delivering something that can be seen. Yeah, you know what I mean? I mean, it's not enough to just show up. You have to do that, of course, but you need to deliver something that people got attracted to, that people can remember, they start to recognize it. So there is a whole job to do for your branding. And it's, otherwise you can't. I mean, it's a decision. The whole brand thing is a decision-making process. Building a brand is a decision-making process. Building a business is a decision-making process. It's your decision. You can come up as a business brand. That's fine. Then what you do is that you market your business. Or you decide to come up as a personal brand. Then there is person and personal brand. You need to show up as yourself. You need to make that visible. You need to define that. And that is so important. And branding is one of the most effective pieces to showcase your brand. It's very effective. And I see so many people leave it out. And I don't know why. Or saying, I go to Canva, I choose something and look like every other landing page, sign up page, post, whatever you're using it for. The thing is that your clients, they see it and they see your competitors too. And I've just been in a challenge with a huge group, 5,500 people in a group. And it was all about creating a freebie, building a list, and so on. It was very interesting. And what I could see in the comments is when people started to post their offers and their freebies, and that they really, first of all, they struggled because they didn't know how to design it in a way that it looks professional. But it's like, okay, you have a solution. It's an easy solution to go to a platform like Canva, but Canva is not a creator platform. It's a tool. You can use it after you have created your branding. You cannot use it as a creator tool. It's not a creator tool. And that's the reason why so many posts in Instagram, on Facebook look the same. And so many landing pages look the same. And the thing is, and that is a psychological thing, people are lazy. That's what it is. You have to deal with lazy people. They do not put any effort in finding you. They are not finding you, okay? And the thing is, when you deliver something that is not in any way outstanding or unique, and I cannot combine it with you as a person, you are not building anything. I cannot recognize you. I cannot come back to you and see you again and say, I've seen it before. It's not possible. It's like empty in the air. And you give away a huge opportunity to put yourself in the mind of your clients. We all want that without doing the work for it. What it takes to stay in the mind of your audience. And people need to see you first. I mean, you build your brand from bottom to top. Cannot say that often enough. You build your brand from bottom to top. Yes, of course, with your brand identity, you need to define that, and you need to build a list, you need to build a community, you have your offer, and so on. And you think, and then comes the branding. But the people, your audience, sees you from top to bottom. So they see something from you first, and then they start to listen to you, and then they start to get to know you, and so on. And when that top is empty, they're not coming back. So you need to the competition is so huge out there. In the feed, when you're on Instagram, you need to pop out in an eye-catching way, of course. And what else? I mean, why are we using captions? Why are we using undertitles? Why? Because we know that, and this is the reason why we're doing it. We know that people unmute their phones because they're on the way, they're in the car, they're in a public transportation, they're in a shop, they are on the way, and they don't want to listen or cannot listen because it's just not permitted. So what they do is they're reading it. That is visual. That is visual. I mean, you see, before they start to listen to you, they see you. So the visual part is the first contact you have with the audience, the first. And you need to stand out. You need to be eye-catching. You need to, pop up in someone's eyes so that is, okay, I stop scrolling and click on that. Before someone lands on your landing page to sign up for freebie, to sign up for an offer, there are so many visual touch points between you and your audience, and they're all visual. It's a post. So even if you are what means even, especially when you look up or show up in a video, like in a live video, in a reel, in a short, in, I don't know, you choose. In a YouTube video, what they see first before they click on to watch the video is your thumbnail, and that is visual. So we talk a lot about visual. We know that it plays a big role in being seen, and we don't take care. I see so many people not taking care of it and thinking that is something I invest in when I get to a certain level in my business. But think about it. Branding can pushes you really much faster onto that position. So it makes sense to take care of it right away from the start. I don't say overdo it and be super elaborated. It's not about that. But take care, have something that people can remember. Get out with something recognizable. And recognizable is we see much faster, we understand images much faster, we remember images much faster. That's a powerful tool, and I want you to use it because I want you to show up and I want you to be recognized. And therefore, branding, there is no brand without branding. I don't know a single brand that has no branding. It's just not existing. So branding is what pushes you in front of the eye of your audience. So we are not here to ignore that. It's something that you need to take care of. Yes, you need to have your message. Yes, you need to have your offer. But yes, also you need to have a branding. And okay. Let's have a look inside. If you have any questions, just leave me in the comments and I'm picking it up right away. Okay, what is branding actually? I mean, I want you really to understand. I want you to understand what is it about branding. We are not talking about design. We are not talking about colors. Although I know everyone is waiting for it. How do I get to my colors and to my design? So you have to stick here. I will talk about that later. But before that, I need you to follow me and to understand what branding is. It's not being nice looking, being pretty looking. It's not about that. Having some pretty images and having some pretty colors. Then you don't give branding enough credit. Branding deserves more credit. Why? Because it is doing a job for you. No team in the whole world can do that job for you. And that is inform your audience. It's an information system. It's an information system, and that means that with one glance, you deliver information about your brand. First of all, you tell your people what you're doing. That is, I'm not such a big fan of focusing on the logo first because you're not a product brand, you're a person brand. So as a personal brand, you actually don't need a logo, but you need to let your people know what you're doing. So you can only do that with a title saying whatever you're doing. You're a money coach and nutrition coach, okay? Then you inform your people about your how. What kind of person are you? What are you reflecting? What are you representing? Are you someone with a lot of energy? Are you a funny person? Are you a restrained person? Are you, I don't know, a serious person? Let them know, because this is the way how your branding will look like. It has to reflect your personality. You share your story. What is behind the brand? Where does it come from? What is important for you to show your audience? It's a system. So you do not come up with one sign or one single image. You come up with a whole concept. Okay, so share your story, of course, in your images. What do you represent with your brand? There's so many informations, and I think a lot of people are underestimating how you can already put that in your branding. And your branding is it all. It's not your logo. It's the whole images that you're sharing. It's an image language that you are sharing with your audience, and you choose your header for your platforms. You choose your profile image. You choose your visuals for your presentations. You see, you have at least 40 touch points that you have with your audience. That is a lot, and it needs to be branded. The way how you show up in your video. How does your background look like? How do your visual look like? So when you come, just an example, you watch my presentation, you come on my you watch the videos on my YouTube channel, you will find the same. You watch them in my posts on my Facebook profile, you will find the same. You come on my Instagram, you will find the same. It's building recognition, a high recognition value. And that is so important because you want your people to come back. right? And to have you in their minds. So therefore, using branding as an information system is the whole idea behind it. Okay, let's take a look at a few brands and what they stand for and why it's so important to work with the right images. So let's go and have a look at the technology brands, and we all know them without even seeing the name of the brand, because what we feel is already the vibe that is behind. So on the top you find an advertising from Apple, and what does Apple stand for? We know both cover the what. So that's the thing. We know both are smartphone technology brands, yes? And here they are advertising their smartphones. So we do not have to talk about the what because it's visible here. But they are recognized and they create their fan base by what they are standing for. And on top you have Apple standing for design and creativity and innovation. And that is so important because we all know that Apple is not the best technical product on the market. You have to admit that. But it stands for something. It stands for creativity, and it allows creative person to work with it on a much higher level. Although not everything is working, I have an iPad. I know what I'm talking about. I'm cursing a lot because on an iPad, not everything is working so well, but it gives me access to some programs and the way how it's done and built. I'm super happy with it because I know I can express all my creativity there, and that's what they stand for. While Samsung stands more for being sorry, being, oh my goodness, I have the German word now, I forgot the English one, but they are functional. Yeah, I know when I can rely on my Samsung smartphone because I know it does not make so many mistakes and everything is working for really long time. And it stands more for connecting people, using it in your daily life. So it's not so much to show other people I'm a creative person, I'm so stylish and it's all about design. No, it's more about connecting what you can do with the smartphone. So you have a different brand vibe that stands, a different story also to tell that is behind. And of course, you use your story in your images. Every brand is doing that. Okay, what about the sports brands? Like we have Nike, and you see the dynamic and the energy behind Nike. While we have Adidas, where we see the connection and the team behind it. Adidas is a more stylish brand, while Nike is a more innovative brand. So we have different stories behind. They stand for different ideas. And of course, it's reflected in the images they are using. The logo is just a symbol. It's important, especially for products, but in the end, it's just a symbol, and it works because we know them already. A logo that is just out at the market and no one knows them, no one knows the product, has no power yet. It gains the power after people know the product, because now when you go out with the swoosh, everyone knows that is Nike, but we know the product already, we know the story behind it, we know what they stand for, and therefore it's super recognizable. But we need to, especially as a personal brand, we're not the product, we need to tell the story first. Therefore, as a personal brand, you don't need so much, you don't focus so much on your logo. Focus more on the images you're sharing, the images you are choosing to tell your story. That is the important, that is where you create your fan base, because that is where people react to and say, oh, I like that. Okay, fashion brands. I mean, we're not talking, we don't have to talk about the what. We know Gucci is a very well-known fashion high. Also, you don't have to say you're a high ticket or you are a high class brand or you are a premium brand. The more you say it, the less I believe it, honestly. Show that you are a high ticket coach or a high ticket brand by choosing the right images, by creating the right images. It's in your image, your high class. Your premium is not in saying premium, it's in the way you showcase yourself. And Gucci, what does Gucci stand for? Yeah, it's super expensive. It's a high premium fashion brand. They don't have to say that, but it's standing for a coolness, a sexiness. It's Italian lifestyle. It's Italian lively, and they are super colorful, and you know, you see that southern temper here. And on the other opposite side, the other side, we have Dior, and Dior is more showcasing, more representing the French lifestyle. It's more feminine, it's more elegant, and we think about princesses in a fairy tale and then choose Dior for it. So they're not in a direct competition because they cannot be. They are both on a very high level. They are both premium brands, very expensive, high qualities. They never say quality. I'm a quality brand. Be that, you know, do not say that. Deliver quality. I mean, this is what I expect when I go to Gucci. I expect quality. They don't have to say that to me. Same goes for Dior. But my decision, I make my decision based on what I need and what I want. Do I want to be the princess in a fairy tale and feel very feminine, or do I want to, you know, come up and be the cool, sexy girl? However, that is what is behind and makes me choose the brand. And you need to showcase that and to share that in your images. So, and the thing is, now you are not, like I said, you are not a product. You are a person. Therefore, you are the brand. You are the brand. You're the face of the brand. You're the voice of the brand. You are the one to where people want to work with. You are the one building the connection. You are the one attracting the people. Not being attractive. Let's say you are attractive. That is what, but it's not about being attractive. It's about to attract. It's being attractive, very passive, while attracting is something that is active. So you are attracting the right people, and in a way where other people say, oh, I like what I see. It's interesting, not only interesting, it's exactly what I need and what I want. So the moment people want you, you have made that, because a brand has to be wanted. The need part is underneath. A lot of people need what you're offering. But in order to make your audience choose you, you need to create something they want. You need to have something that attracts them so much they want to work with you, and are also ready to pay a little bit more or much more than to other brands, because you can deliver something they don't find at other brands. So that is what makes us so unique, and that is what makes us so attractive. But your product, so you are the brand, and your product are your programs. What are you offering? Your coaching programs, your group programs, your online courses. I don't know. This is your product, okay? And in branding, what you do is you package it. You need to. I mean, no one wants a product that is not packaged. We can learn so much from the product brands, although we are not the same, and not everything is working the same, but we can really learn and get inspiration from there. How is a new product launched? Are they throwing it into the audience, or are they packaging, make it a little bit mysterious, make a fuss about it, and then they put it on a shelf and say, here it is? That's presentation. The whole presentation is also sharing information, because due to the presentation, people expecting it's a quality product, it's an expensive product, or it's a cheap product. There is no better or worse. It's just in a presentation you create the right expectation in your audience. When they see that, they have a feeling for, okay, this is something that is a no-brainer, a stealer, however you call that. I can take, home on the way, take away. Or this is a real investment, okay? And the way how you present it is the way how you create the expectation. When they are the right expectation, you don't have to talk so much about your price. But we are not talking about how to stand out in a crowd. And I say the market is not saturated. There is no such thing like a saturated market, because there is always room and space for other people, but there is a lack of uniqueness. And that happens when you don't take care of the way you present yourself, and when you don't take care at all of your package, of your branding. And that is that you get lost in the crowd because everyone else is looking the same. And that happens when people go to Canva and not using it, and using it as a creator tool instead of using it as a tool that helps them to implement their content in an easy and fast way. But you should go there and have something already, have your designs there uploaded, have your colors uploaded, and know what you want to do with it. And then Canva is fantastic because it helps you to create really, really fast animations, posts, also landing pages. But you're not using it as for the creation. Creation part is before you go to Canva. Otherwise, this is happening with your landing pages. People will not recognize you. They cannot connect it with you as a person. Get lost in a crowd, and it's something that looks more like, that where you take away something cheap. Now you would say, okay, let's change that and try to stand out by doing the opposite, doing something different, becoming very loud. So the thing is, other people have the same idea, and they say, okay, when you can do loud, I can do too. So what happens is, and that is happening on Instagram right now, is everyone is very loud. The videos are very hectic. People are talking very fast. The captions are very loud. They are very huge letters in very bold and gaudy colors. And I can tell it's an overload, first of all. Second of all, I don't even, I cannot understand it. So my brain is somewhere here. I see it here, but my brain is back behind and cannot understand what you're talking here. Is everything is so fast and so hectic and so loud. So in a pond full of fish, don't be the loudest, be the most unique. And that is what happens when everyone is different and unique. Because now you give your audience a choice. And we love to have a choice. We love to have different options. Now I can say, okay, what attracts me is the blue one, because I don't know, it just attracts me. I do not have to, as an audience or your clients, I do not have to tell you why you attracted me or what it was. It just happens. It happens very fast. Or I go there and say, that looks so lovely. The light one with the dark flowers there, very stylish. I take that because in some way it resonates with me. It's I can identify and I feel well there. We always want our people to feel well. We always want to inspire our audience. We want to, create a community that loves to be in our world. So we have to create that world before that. And then can we invite them, say, here we are, come in. And this happens with branding. And good branding is always unique. Doesn't have to be loud. It is unique. So when you start creating, then probably you think about, okay, what am I really doing? How do I start? You are a personal brand. Therefore, now we forget the product brands, because in product branding, it's all about the product and how to position the product and so on. So now you are the person, you are the brand. And therefore, of course, your branding starts with you. You need to you need to define what makes you unique. You need to define your personality, your preferences, what you like, what you love, what is your story, what are your experiences. You need to bring that all in. And therefore, this is the foundation of your brand. And it's also the foundation of your branding, because you want your branding to reflect your personality. How can your branding reflect your personality when you have never defined it? So you have to start to define what makes you you. Then what you add to it, because that is just the foundation, right? And the next thing is that you want to present your business. And of course, let's say we have similar personalities, but everyone has a different business. Then, of course, the branding looks different for a money coach than for a nutrition coach, looks different for a fitness coach than for a dog trainer. I don't know. You have to bring in your business, of course. So here's your what. And in the end, and that is why branding looks like works like an arrow. You want to target your target group. So in the end, that is coming really in the end. It's for your final decision. Are you targeting high ticket clients? Are you targeting a huge community? Are you targeting young people? Are you targeting women after old? Sorry, not older, 50 plus women? Are you targeting a man doing sports? I don't know. So you, of course, you have to target with your branding and make the final decision. What kind of brand do you want to be? What kind of people do you want to work with? Okay. So everything is important, but you build your brand starting with yourself, then you add your business, then you add your target group. Okay. Then yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry. So here we go. So, and this is how the brand works, the brand process. It's a process. It's not you go to Pinterest, you choose a few pictures and say, this is how I want my brand to look like. It's a process, and you have to go through the process if you want a unique looking branding. If you say, no, it's fine, I go to Canva, that's it, your decision. And for some business brands who want to target a huge community because they depend on the market, then that's fine. Go for the trends. Go for what looks trendy, what looks popular. It's all fine. Do that. But when you are, or when you decided to become personal brand, then it's something different. And especially when you don't have such a huge reach and you want to bring money in, then it's the more important it is to attract the right people and to be positioned clearly with your brand identity, with your message, with your offer. People need to know what you stand for. They need to know what is your position. You can, you showcase everything in your branding, also your price. Are you a premium brand or not, without telling them? You need to show that. So therefore, it's super important to be very, very focused on you, to start on yourself. So what I do with my clients is that I send them, I call it the ego trip in the beginning, because we start with you. We start with what makes you unique, and that is, of course, your personality. You just need to define what it is about you. What makes you so unique? What are your characteristics? What are your preferences? What is your story? So it's always personality. The definition of your personality is not just that. It's like a fingerprint. It's very unique because you combine so many levels. And this is what we bring in, your personality, and we put that in a funnel. So that is the first step in the process. Then your preference is super important, especially when it comes to the visual expression. You want to visualize, of course, you want to feel well. You are choosing a branding that you like and that you love, and that is connected with what you like. Your preferences. Do you love minimalistic? Do you love elegant? Do you love flowers? Do you love nature? Do you love, I don't know, do you love organic shapes? Everything has to be round, or is it more the geometrical? Yes, we're talking about your visual preferences, of course. Do you want to have it dramatic, theatrical, or is it? Do you prefer that everything is very down to earth? What is that? So your preferences come into the funnel here. And what comes out then, when you put it all together, that this is really a process. What you do then is that you start collecting images. You have to choose them. You have to filter out. You have to put them together. You have to create a mood board. But what comes out once you're done is your style. And that is important. Not a lot of people are talking about your visual style, but your visual style is what attracts. I mean, think about yourself. You are also target group for other brands. Why do you prefer this one brand before the other? What is that? That is actually the style. Is everything very loud? Is everything very relaxed and chilled? What is it? It's the whole style is, of course, connected to your personality. Then what comes out here after the process is your design based on your visual preferences. Like I said, clear and minimalistic, or lush and maximalistic. I don't know. Yeah, this is the outcome. And because I was asked so many times, how do I choose my branding colors? The branding colors are already there. During the process, you do not have to work on your branding colors, because your branding colors, they come out after the whole process. That is actually the result of the process. Your style, your design, your branding colors are already there. You see that during the working with the images, what you like, and you see that it's all there. Your design, your style, and your branding colors. And on top, and that is really the last, it's the icing of the cake, sorry. The icing of the cake is then the foam, because you need to have matching foams that also reflect the vibe of your brand. Now you have it all. Your style that reflects your personality, that reflects, yes, the vibe of the brand. How are you acting in your brand? Your design that reflects your preferences. What do you like? And of course, how do you want your brand to look like? Then the colors, I mean, you see so many people starting from the wrong end. You need to have something, a shape, so that means a design that you can fill with your colors. Some people start with the colors, but there is nothing there that you can fill with your colors. So first comes, of course, style and design, and then comes the colors. And in the end, you choose your font. So that's the process. And I want you to show just a few examples, what it means, what I mean with come up and with a branding that really reflects the vibe and your personality. This is a mood board that I have done that is very with the pastel colors, very young, very friendly, very fresh. And of course, it doesn't attract everyone. There will be a lot of people that say, oh my goodness, no. But that's exactly what you want. You want your no and you want your yes. When you have a clear no, you also have a clear yes. People that say, yeah, I love that. Next, completely different, very dark, very dramatic, this dark green, a bit mysterious, and the gold and so on. Complete different vibe, but it's seen. The whole information are already delivered with that, because that is what I see. That is what I expect then. And I already, in my head, I put them on a specific position. I know cannot be so cheap. Okay, what about this one? Here it's about summer. It's very warm. It's very outgoing. It's very a little bit eccentric, but you can feel the temperature. You can feel the warmth here. You can feel the sunshine. It's all about summer. And yeah, for some brands, it's absolutely the perfect branding for the brands and for their business. And here are some designs that I have made. And here we have a complete different vibe. It's very cool, very dark, and a little bit, poison green here. And it reflects a complete different vibe. Then we have the warm colors, that very soft, the very soft pattern. Then this is more delicate and very feminine design. Here we have very warm, very sophisticated. Then we have much more fun here. Do you see the fun? You can see the humor here. You can see all those lively colors. It's already there. And therefore, this is how I feel. This is how I create the connection to the right people. And here, complete different, has a little bit of a a vintage touch. So it's completely different, and that is so important to show that in your branding. And that is the reason why it's so important to go through the process. That is not something you come up with overnight. That is the processes behind. You need to go and need to do all the steps in order to have something then that you feel great about, you feel proud about, you love to work with, because that is something you have to deal with every day. So you have your branding, and you make a new sign up page for a freebie. You have to create the sign up page. You have to create the thank you page. You have to create the welcome page and email sequence. Everything has to be branded. You are promoting it. Therefore, you are creating posts, and you want to showcase what makes your brand so unique, what makes you so unique. And the more it's in alignment with your uniqueness, with your personality, the more happy you will be using the branding. And that is a process you cannot outsource. So the thing is, yes, you can take the help of a brand designer, of course, but then you make the work with the brand designer. If it's a bit, then you are depending on the quality of the brand designer. And creating a branding, especially in a creating process, something you have to do for yourself. You cannot outsource that. You can then, once you have it, outsource to someone, also to your VA, and say, please create me a post, but using my design, use my branding that I have created in the process, that I have created by myself. You need to go through the process. No one knows you as well as you do. Other people do not know you. You have to know yourself. You have to define yourself. You have you know your preferences, you know what, and that is not something another person can come up with. You have to do that. When you want a unique looking branding, when you want a branding that is not generic and that is not looking like anyone else's branding, and then once you have that, then you can go to Canva and say, okay, let's have a look if we can come up with a nice looking animation post. So, and I talked a lot and along here because I haven't done a live for such a long time. However, so my offer for you, if you say, yes, I want to learn that, then on Monday, I start with Unique and Authentic, which is a free challenge. You can only win. It's a free challenge, and we do that. We start that work. So I can only scratch on the surface, but you get an idea how it is. You get an idea. You have your takeaways. You will have your takeaways because I want you to have a clearly defined brand identity, and that is the foundation of your brand, and it's also the foundation of your branding. So you will define your brand, your brand identity, and we talk about your visual branding, the visual language that you need to showcase the visual world of your brand. We talk about the images, we talk about the graphics, the designs, the colors, and how to choose them and how to implement it all also in a video. So if you are serious about your brand, if you want to put that on the next level, then it's time for your branding. And therefore, I want to invite you to my free challenge. We start on Monday, 6 p.m. CET, which is 12 p.m. EST on the one side, and I think in the evening on the other side. So we are in the middle. I see myself in Europe in the middle, and then we have in the western part it's about 6 hours behind, and in the eastern part it's 6 hours forward. And all you need to do is say challenge in the comments, and I send you the link so you can sign up. It's not too late. We start on Monday, and of course when you sign up, you can also watch the replay. And you say, no, that's not my time, but I still want to do the work. I want to do the first steps in my brand journey. Then sign up and watch the replays. And if you say, I want to work right away with me, because I have the Pioneer brand, which is my one-to-one program, and you don't want to wait for it. You really want to implement. Then all you have to say, call in the comments. When you say call in the comments, I send you the link. We schedule a call and talk about your brand journey, and that is for free. Brand journey is for free, and when you say yes, I want to do that, then we take it from there. Okay, then I say thank you for watching. If you're watching the replay, still leave me comments if you want to know anything. And can't wait to see you. And best thing is, so the best time to start your brand is really today. And the best time to start your branding is on Monday in Unique and Authentic. And I hope I see you there. And I say thank you so much for watching. Bye.